We're still in Torah portion Kitise preparation for this week, and this morning I looked at the anointing oil and how the anointing oil was created. Now, before I continue with that topic, I'd just like to emphasize something that's very important in how to study the Torah portion. Now, some people read the Torah portion, they go through the Torah portion, they just read it, and I don't know with what motive or intent. Is there any life or any interaction with the Torah portion? Is it just interesting? Is it confirming something you already know? Is it revealing something about Yahweh? Is it something we need for our trip that is to come? So, what is the main purpose for reading the Torah portion? If your motive is not aligned and it's not clear, you will just experience it like watching a TV commercial, It's there, you don't really want to interact with him. You acknowledge it, you've seen it before, and then he passes, and then the next one. But it's different when you watch something that's got a storyline to it. It intrigues you. It grips you. It wants to hold you and keep you in that storyline, and you're eager to sit through it to find out what's going to happen next. And that's basically the intent of the Torah portions. They are stories. Let's call it a mini-series or TV series of the 5 books of the Bible. And the one leads to the other, and it's got a beginning and an end. It's got a starting point, a center, there's some action, there's a plot, there's the villain, there's the good guys, and then eventually there's the end goal and the victory at the end that makes you feel good. That's a good storyline for a TV series or a story or a book or a novel. Now, Yahweh wrote the Torah through his anointed people in order to tell us a story. Now, if we miss the point of receiving the story, we might miss the intent, because Yahweh wrote the story in such a way that it can apply to new believers like children. It can apply to younger believers, which are more mature teenage phase in their walk. It can apply to more mature young believers which want to start a family and get success in life. And then it's also written for those who are mature, who are now towards the end of their lives. And that's basically where I am. I know I'm not that old, but I feel like we're reaching a point where we're coming to the end of the story collectively. Now, within the mix, you get different layers of people and maturity levels and all that, but overall, the body of Messiah is a mature believer, is in a stage where you're getting close to the end. And what do people do when they reach, say, 50 plus, 60 plus, or 70 plus years of age? It's where you start to slow down, take an account of your life. You want to get the most value out of that last bit of life. Enjoy your family and whatever life still has to offer for you, and also give some of your wisdom for those who are willing to sit and listen to your experiences, to help lay the foundation for the next generation which is to come. Now, we as the body, we are confused. And one of the things that confuse us, not only the different denominations, different viewpoints and doctrines and, take on certain things and whatever we believe in. It's also what I just mentioned. It's the different maturity levels within the body that cause a lot of confusion, because you can get a older, physical, mature person who's still a baby, but because he's successful in life and he's got some clout and authority in the physical. He wants to impose his authority in the spiritual. Now, part of this Torah portion is linked to a storyline that has to do with humility. Humility is the key to engage with Yahweh's tabernacle, to engage with the cycles of 7 that transform you into his kingdom of priests. So if you're not becoming humble, getting rid of your physical status, what you attained in this life, regardless who you are, what you are, and just come humbly before Yahweh and say, Father, I'm immature. I still need to learn so much about you. It's the people who know it all, people who, think they know it all, who miss the point, who miss the boat completely. And that's why there's so many scattered denominations all around the world, because those people cluster together as well. You get a little kindergarten denomination, then you get a primary school denomination, then you get the high school one, then you get the college one, you get the university one, you get the ones who's doing doctorate degrees, and then you have the people who live the life who's out there in the workforce and do the work. So where are you in the States? Are you still in school, or are you walking in this real life doing the work of Messiah? It's nothing to say against people who are still in a learning phase. You just need to know where you are and know where to aspire to and what's the next step. And as I said earlier, the Torah is written for every single level. It's a kindergarten curriculum, it's a primary school curriculum, it's a high school curriculum, it's even the doctorate degree manual to write their final thesis so they can be qualified and equipped to be the best within the anointing that Yahweh is giving them within this world as a priest performing the tasks within the tabernacle. The other thing I want to underline is, yet again, the storyline. Now, I started with this Torah portion, and this exact same Torah portion was the one we started where we live now with the new people we met a year ago. And when we started, they mentioned to me that everything was just over their head. They couldn't grasp it. They were walking the Torah way for a while, but the information and the depth of Yahweh's word was a bit too much for them to comprehend and understand. And as we built the foundation throughout 12 months, making a full cycle to this one, they are now equipped to think in a certain way, to understand the way the Torah is written. And now they are open to receive the next level of understanding. And this will be an ongoing cycle. So it's not to say you arrived. It's not that. It's now understanding that the Torah is a living book that is written for me, for the congregation, for the fellowship, for the whole body of Messiah, which we interact with. And every year there will be something special standing out that is applicable to you, to your congregation, fellowship, or to the body of Messiah. And if you're sensitive enough, you will glean the wisdom and the gems that's applicable for us within this time frame. And that's the mindset you need to have, and the motive you need to have when you go through the Torah cycle. So I just want to encourage you to do the Torah portions, to study them, and to see what Yahweh wants to teach you in this world, in your life, within your fellowship, in relation to His Torah, so you can live it out and make a difference in this world. I wish you all the best for today, and Shalom.